Hey guys, what's going on? It's FTJ Gaming. Wanted to make a quick video to show you some stuff that I found about Mob of the Dead, more specifically the Purgatory side of Mob of the Dead. I know everybody knows the Alcatraz side and the mobsters and the escape plan, everything like that. But I just recently discovered the Purgatory, what it was based off of. Um, I kind of searched around on the internet, YouTube, didn't really see any videos, just in case anybody already made videos on it, which I didn't see anything. But with that in mind, keep in mind that I know people are gonna say that they knew about it, which I can't find anything about any of it on YouTube. So I know people are gonna still lie and say that they knew about it, 7 years ago or whatever it is. Anyways, if you're not familiar with this channel, I like to search stuff, try and find out the backstory, the inspirations of the maps, where they got the ideas. And keep in mind, big name YouTubers won't be able to share that information because basically Treyarch, Activision, they do copyright and they do plagiarize a lot of their stuff to put in the maps. One video that I'll link, and I'll link some other ones that I found out, is this poster is, the whole Shadows of Evil storyline is ripped from Hellraiser. Part of it, like the same thing with this, you'll find out it's is that certain stuff from pop culture and books, more specifically, they have taken out of to kind of write their story in the maps and stuff like that. I won't go into too much detail in this video, but if you're interested in other stuff, I might try to link the other videos. But they do take inspiration from a lot of books. Like I said, kind of borderline plagiarism, and that's why you'll never hear it on the big name YouTubers, because they'll never get invited back to Treyarch Studios, because you're kind of pretty much outing them. They won't be invited back, because it's kind of like college or high school. If you tell on your friend that he plagiarized his essay or story or whatever, chances are he's not going to be your friend anymore. So with all that being said, I'll show you how I kind of figured everything out. I love researching stuff late at night. I love trying to figure out, I guess Easter eggs, but not ciphers. Ciphers, I mean, people love ciphers, but that's just, it can get frustrating, ciphers, and it can be annoying, even though I can solve some of them and stuff like that. Some of them are easy. I know Jason Blundell says it's like easy, medium, and hard ciphers and double ciphers and all that. It just gets annoying. So I love trying to figure out the backstory, where they got their inspiration from. So what I did, and I'll show you real quick, I have this image. I'm like, let me plug it in here and see what comes up for Brutus. So I plugged it in, came across this calendar, which it's a 2016 Mob of the Dead calendar. And I did find, and if you click on this, an Amazon ad. And so what I did, I kind of was just looking around, like, wow, this is a calendar that I've never seen before. Let me see if there's anything on here that might lead to other Easter eggs and stuff like that, which there probably is. But the thing that I noticed was Purgatory, New Mexico. And somebody's I had read said that was like inside the map somewhere, which I kind of didn't even go by that angle. I just kind of did some stuff on my own. So I did Purgatory, New Mexico. I searched that in here, and somewhere along the lines it says 1932, which I don't know, but let's just go with Purgatory, New Mexico. But I did plug in Purgatory, New Mexico, 1932. Didn't really come up with some stuff. Some people had some ideas, but I wasn't happy, so I kept searching. That's what I do. I love to search and just kind of come up with stuff. And when you're solving Easter eggs, like, kind of, I hate to use the Sal's laundry ticket thing, but like, if you're not getting results, you gotta look at stuff at like 10 different more angles. You can't just kind of like, alright, that led to nothing. So what I did, next was I did Purgatory 1932. I took out the New Mexico because I wasn't finding anything. So then I came across St. Patrick's Purgatory, and this is basically everything that the Purgatory side of Mob of the Dead is based off of. It's a ancient pilgrimage site on Station Island, and you'll see here it looks exactly like Alcatraz, and I'll show you some photos afterwards. And to make a long story short, because I always say, like, I can present it to you. There's so much information. You have to come Google it yourself and read everything and kind of see it for yourself. It would probably be like a 30-minute video at least if I kind of go through everything word by word. So anyways, it's according to the legend, the site dates to the 5th century when Christ showed St. Patrick a cave, sometimes referred to as a pit or well, which is pretty funny. Okay, and it was the entrance to purgatory, and that is, the pit or the well where you throw the hell's redeemer or the tomahawk into. That's kind of like the pit or the well. And there's a lot. You're gonna have to kind of search your own and do some kind of detective work yourself, because I don't have everything here. But basically, this island, and I can kind of click on this. Let's see if that works. It shows you like the island, Purgatory Island, in Ireland, that the Purgatory side, even though they ended up using Alcatraz instead of this island, I guess it was easier, more convenient to them. It's in California. Treyarch's based in California. Americans would be more familiar with Alcatraz, and plus they put the mob side of it into it, and the escape. So this whole thing is just basically the Purgatory side of it. And then in this video, I kind of searched also on YouTube, this St. Patrick's Purgatory. They explain that the pilgrimage is like a 3-day pilgrimage, where you cleanse your soul, so you can go to heaven instead of hell, and that takes 3 days. So I guess that's why it's like, and it explains a little bit about 3 days and cycles and stuff like that, like a 3-day grace or something like that. So you can watch the video, click to the end if you want. I think more of the stuff is towards the end. The interesting stuff about purgatory, because it's like a ritual also. But like I said, I'm just kind of presenting this to you. You're gonna have to kind of do some research on your own. Let me just kind of go through these to see if I didn't miss anything. And they kind of name it the gates to hell also, so you can kind of search St. Patrick's Gate to Hell. You'll find some stuff there. That's another synonym, I guess, or another name that they call it. Medieval pilgrimage. There's some story there. That's the video here if you want to listen to it. I just wanted to show you the similarity between that island and Alcatraz. And I probably had some more, but I probably got rid of it by accident. That's the calendar there. More stuff there. That's about Purgatory, New Mexico. Didn't really find too much. I might go back to that lead, let's say, or that angle, and try and see if I can find anything else. I did kind of read that maybe, they have so many different levels of purgatory. I think this is kind of explaining the tomahawk. I think there's something about Native American in there. But this stuff I kind of found on my own when I kept clicking. Like, I was like, that's not enough for me. So I kind of kept going. And this actually says it right here, the traditional 3-day pilgrimage, and explains about, I guess that's a 3-day cycle, how you're cleansing your soul in 3 days. And on the 3rd day, you finally make it up to heaven or something like that. So you can kind of, if you have some time, look at it on your own. But it's really interesting stuff. I'm trying to see what else. Maybe further readings. No, that's probably just books. Oh, and the reason I say you might not be able to find it on other YouTubers, especially big ones, is I think it's Purgatory is also ripped from Dante's Inferno. I read about that. There's some stuff here. St. Patrick's Hole might be something. But like I said, there are books that a lot of this folk tale, I guess, or legend comes from. So that's why you'll never... I don't know if people just haven't figured it out, or I know especially with this being Hellraiser, the big name YouTubers will never leak that to you because they'll get into trouble, because it's pretty much ripping it off from a movie. But you should go watch Hellraiser or read about it. Clive Barker is the author for the book. The movie's Hellraiser. So there's a lot of things that they take ideas from that um, you probably never hear about for that reason. It's pretty much Treyarch is almost like plagiarizing the material or stealing ideas. I mean, but I'm on the outs. Maybe they do have rights to it. Maybe they got the okay. But I just haven't never seen some of this stuff, and maybe some of it people can't figure out. But if they do, like I said, who knows if they're allowed to even leak it because you know it, who the studio that or Clive Barker might figure some of that stuff out. And even in you can also see a lot of inspiration in Clive Barker and Mob of the Dead with the chains and the sacrifices and the candles and stuff like that. You should really go watch Hellraiser series if you're interested in finding out more. But this specifically is an island that the purgatory was based off of. Like I said, do your research if you want, read about it some more. The entrance to purgatory, and this will explain a lot about purgatory, but the whole idea of this video is to show you about that island, how instead of using the actual island that the purgatory is based off of in Ireland, they used Alcatraz. It looks very similar. I think here's another photo of the island. But it's just something that I wanted to present to people. You can kind of look at it yourself. Anyways, that's it for now, I guess. If you have any questions, put it below and I'll see if I can answer it. But anyways, it's St. Patrick's Purgatory on this island. Here's another photo. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thanks.